Yo guys, what's going on? It's Acez here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about insurance in PvE. This has been the number one question I've gotten across all of the content the last few days is how is insurance currently working in PvE mode? And that's what this video is for here today. Do me a favor, make sure you're dropping that like, and of course, make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you're new here and you're interested in more PvE content. So for everybody who wants that super short, sweet answer, right to the point, yes, insure everything. It's working great. You'll get every single item back that you either insurance fraud or you die with. Make sure you're insuring everything. If you're heading out now, I appreciate you, but I have plenty more regarding insurance that if you want to stick around for the rest of the video, that would also be greatly appreciated. So we're going to hop into our proper stash. That's what I call it because that's literally what insurance has done for me. It has given me a second stash worth of gear. Because you are getting everything back, you basically have a second stash worth of shit. It is insane. And this isn't even all of it. I've been trying to use some of this, and it's gotten to the point now where I just kind of only use it for headsets and, helmets and maybe the occasional plate carrier if I don't have one on me. But it's gotten to a point where it's so much stuff that I don't even come in here first. I'm just kind of letting it sit, and I'll get to it when I get to it. It's honestly become overwhelming. And the reason I've accumulated so much stuff in, honestly, not that many deaths. I think I've died maybe 10 times, 11 times, 12 times I've died on my PMC, and that's what my insurance looks like after 12 deaths. And I've taken a few kits from there already. A lot of it's insurance fraud, too. If I find a pair of contacts off of a PMC, I'll swap them out. But insurance is absolutely broken. It is super overpowered in PvE because you always get it back. And I've been replying to comments asking about insurance and telling you guys that, yes, it is 100% guaranteed. And a lot of people are saying, like, no, it's not guaranteed because scavs loot your body. Listen, number one, scavs don't extract. That is the biggest part about insurance that people just probably seem to forget, is that when you are insuring your gear, if in any way, shape, or form is left in the raid and it's insured, you will get it back. This line up here will tell you exactly what you need to know, even though some of it really doesn't make sense with how the game works. So the biggest point that I'm trying to make is it needs to be extracted, which is right here. But it also says you will have a chance to get them back. It's not a chance. It's 100% all of the time guaranteed. I don't know if this is something that BSG and Nikita plan on adding in the future, that it's just a chance to get the item back. But as of right now, insurance is 100% guaranteed, and I'm getting it back in about 24 hours. Now, if any of you guys are experiencing problems with your insurance, as in just simply not getting it back, this is what might be kind of holding you up. This new item is so odd. Mark of the Unheard, not only do you lose scav rep if you kill a scav with it, but it seems like it might be bugging out some people's insurance returns too. So if you are not getting your insurance back, make sure you take this item off. I haven't used it once. I think it's honestly useless. That's just my opinion. It just does more bad than good in my personal opinion, really. But if you're not getting your insurance back, this might be the problem. So keep that in mind. So like I said, scavs do not extract. They are little loot goblins in the single player. Like, don't get me wrong. If you kill another scav, the body's looted in like 30 seconds. These scavs right now are relentless loot goblins. They are starving for loot. But they don't extract the raid. So you always get that gear back no matter what. And if you guys didn't know, with the Unheard Edition, you have 15 to 16 days to claim your insurance. Do you see this? 15 days is insane. Over 2 weeks to claim some of this gear. That is why stacking up the insurance is so great right now, because it literally is a second stash for you guys. With 15 days to claim the shit, there's no way you won't eventually get to it. And at the same time, if you are trying to use your gear over here and save the insurance as backup gear, you can do that too. With 15 days to claim that stuff, it is insanely broken. Now, I think with EOD, unless it's been changed recently, the timer on your insurance is what, 3 or 4 days? Feel free to let me know down in the comments below. But I think it's like 4 days is the amount of time you have, unless they are changing that to kind of balance out Unheard a little bit. But I believe that is about 4 days for EOD. Now, there is only one downside to insuring everything constantly. And because you're always getting things back, the main thing that is going to make it less worth it is plates, well, armor, and weapons. Now, if you have backpacks, you know, headsets, magazines, weapon attachments, all this stuff is perfect. Does not matter how many times you insure it, it is 100% worth it. You'll always get it back. But with weapons, for example, we'll take this scar right here. This is the one I got at the beginning of the game. You can see every time I get it back, it's not coming back as fresh durability. It's still that same durability. So this one's at 92. It will get to a point where you're going to use a weapon so much that it's better to just strip down the attachments and buy just a brand new one and slap all the attachments back on it. And that's the main downside to the insurance. The same thing goes for plates. You know, some of these plates, after a while, they're going to start getting pretty low. And you're going to have to swap those plates out. Now, the plate carriers themselves, like the actual carrier for the plates, you know, the only thing you have to worry about is the airman materials. That's it. The plates themselves, you know, you buy those, you sell those, you do whatever you want with those, swap them out for better plates. You can always put new plates in the plate carriers. However, the aramid, you know, that does have that same durability issue that they will eventually wear down over time if they are somehow being damaged, whether that is, you know, through raid, or I don't know if they get damaged any other ways through explosives or anything like that. But, you know, durabilities on items, that is the main downside to constantly having a revolving door of insurance coming in and out. Other than that, there is absolutely no downside to having all of this insurance. Not only does it give you plenty of extra gear to choose from, not only does it give you a second stash, it gives you another source of money if you really need it. Now, in PvE, there should be no reason you are really hurting for cash once your hideout really gets started. I can understand at the beginning, you know, some of the barter items on the flea market, they're pretty crazy expensive. But once you get rolling, you should never have a money issue. But if you ever would, this is a great backup plan for you. I mean, if I sold all this gear right here, this is probably a few 100,000, if not 500,000 rubles worth of gear right here, maybe even more. And that is plenty of money to get to whatever you need to do. You know, if you need to buy yourself an entire brand new kit, 500K will do that for you. If you need to get one more barter item to upgrade some module that's super important to you, maybe Bitcoin farm, this is a way to do that too. Doesn't matter what it is, insurance is way more beneficial than not. And that's why you should be insuring everything. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. I did have some stuff written down. I usually don't do that. Usually it just comes all from the top of my head and it just kind of flows out. But I did have some stuff written down today, and all that was the radio, scavs don't extract, extra stash, 15-day mail time, durabilities, and plate carriers, which are basically the same thing. How the plate carrier, you can always put new plates in, and the plates are the only thing that are going to be getting damaged besides plate carriers with aramid material. So I think we covered all the bases here today, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any other questions about insurance specifically, feel free to drop in the comments. And I guess if you have any questions about anything else or any video requests, anything you want me to make something on, go ahead and drop that in the comments too. All that engagement is greatly appreciated. The algorithm loves it. The channel's doing well. And I really do appreciate all the support on the PvE content. And yeah, really don't have much more to say to you guys other than I really do appreciate every single one of you stopping by here today and dropping that like. Make sure to subscribe for more PvE. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.